folks, it's me, Hannah. Hey! Okay, so the SRS surgery, it's only a little over a week until the SRS surgery. And how am I feeling? I want to mention a little comparison between my feelings at this time about having the SRS surgery and my feelings from a little bit over 10 years ago about having the SRS surgery. Yep. Okay, so how am I feeling? Well, firstly, I'm actually feeling like the whole SRS thing, about to happen is actually feeling quite surreal to me. I know it's actually going to happen, and which is really cool, like really amazing and just fantastic. But at the same time, I'm like, really? That kind of thing. And I guess part of the reason is because the actual SRS surgery happening used to be like so distant in possibility to me, used to be so unreachable, used to feel like it's in a different world. Yep. So I had desires to get SRS done on Mr. Wiggles, but then to actually get to the point of getting it done, it's like it's in a different world. Yep. So yeah, it's almost like if we were to put on a VR headset, like Avatar, the movie, it's almost like we could put on the virtual reality headset and we could go in there and act as those figures, right? Or but then it's not really real in practice, in the real world. We're just like who we are, the way we are. We're not actually turning into the avatar creatures. But yeah, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's the best way I could explain it at this time. It's kind of like that. So, but now it's actually about to happen, and it's so close, like it's in less than a couple of weeks. Yep. So yeah, it's actually feeling like surreal at this time. So I'm trying to get over the feeling of feeling surreal about it, because the sooner I get over the feeling, the better it would be. And I'm saying that because it's better to be in touch with reality, right? So I like to be in touch with reality, and it's also more like I also get to experience it a lot richer when I'm in touch with reality. Yep. So that kind of thing. It's like, yeah, it's wow. Feeling, secondly, I want to do a little quick comparison between my feelings at this time about having the SRS surgery, and my feelings about a little over 10 years ago about having the SRS surgery. Yep. So at this time, I'm feeling about the surgery, I'm feeling logical, systematic, like it's something that just needs to be done. No emotional influences, no feelings of no sexual emotions towards it, no feelings of uncertainty, no feelings of guilt, no feelings of shame. It's just a logical thing to do. That's how I'm feeling towards it. Mr. Wiggles is a male genitalia, and I'm getting it turned into female genitalia, and that's because it just makes sense to me that way. Yep. Okay, so back then, a little over 10 years ago, about 2012, I was still 100% guy. Hormone levels, the wiring, the body hair, the emotional thing, the way, it's wiring. I was realizing that I'd have to transition sooner or later. So I was doing some researching, a little reconnaissance, kind of thing, information gathering about transitioning and stuff. And I found a YouTube channel by a transgender, male to female transgender video blogger at the time. And one of the videos was about 1 day pre-op preparations, and it was an amazing informational video, but the thing was, in my guy configuration, watching that, even as a male to female transgender inside, there was this I guess a part of my male wiring included a little software program whose main purpose was to protect Mr. Wiggles and his dangling jewel. And that's what happened. What I was doing at the time was I was trying to watch the video in a mindset what if I were in her situation, kind of thing, so that I could get a better chance at understanding things in the video. So as soon as I did that, what if I were in her situation, kind of thing, a realization kicked in oh shoot, the SRS surgery is the next day. And then almost immediately, the software program designed to protect Mr. Wiggles kicked into high gear, and then next thing I knew, Mr. Wiggles got fully activated, and I got really I felt really horny. I wasn't feeling horny towards the video. I wasn't feeling horny towards the transgender blogger. I was just feeling horny about the fact that the surgery is like next day, and after next day, you know, the surgery is done, so the male genitalia is no more male genitalia, it's female genitalia. So that concept, and then so to cut the story short, I had to release myself really quickly, and then like I had to run to the restroom, release myself, and then that was it. I didn't get any job done. I didn't get much information, that out of it that I needed to get. Well, I got information, but then I just couldn't process it. Like the program would just kick in every time I tried to process it. So it was like interference, and I guess the software program was doing its job in protecting Mr. Wiggles, but then at the same time, as a male to female transgender, that was kind of annoying, So yeah, so just comparing between how I'm feeling now and how I was feeling back then. And back then, it wasn't even my SRS surgery. It was an SRS surgery that was being shown in the video blog, an SRS surgery, that the transgender blogger was about to get done. So yeah, and then I got that horny. I'm glad to say, shortly after taking hormones, HRT, hormone replacement therapy, the program just shut down, completely shut down. And it's so nice that when that happened, I was able to think fully logically and in touch with reality, and I was able to think the way I wanted to think without any interference and getting unnecessarily horny for no reasonable reason and stuff, no logical reason and stuff. So that's a good thing. Yep. So yeah, so the differences in feelings, that's really that's something that I want to mention here. Same person, right? Same person. The context is having SRS surgery. It's in the near future, right? So yeah, that's fascinating to be able to experience that as a man in male wiring, and as a woman in female wiring. Wow. Laters. Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles. Are you feeling excited about the SRS surgery, Mr. Wiggles? He seems to be acting quite calm. Mr. Wiggles. Are you ignoring me, Mr. Wiggles? Maybe he's ignoring me. Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles. Aren't you excited about all the pretty little swimsuits and pretty little slacks that we can wear when you become Mysticals?